Hi guys, Going Green Mom here with another Foodie Friday. Today we are going to make some teriyaki chicken. As per usual, I am starting off with flash frozen, sold frozen, stored frozen, cooking from frozen, boneless, skinless chicken. In this case, it's thighs. And then I'm going to start the flavor here with some Bragg's liquid aminos. I did have some liquid issues on this later, so you only see me putting in 1/4 cup. Go ahead and put in a 1/2 cup of the liquid aminos and a 1/2 cup of water, or about the equivalent thereof, if you don't like quite so much on the liquid aminos. Then I am using about 1 tablespoon of ginger. Sorry if you guys are like really particular on this whole measuring thing. Yeah, I don't do that a whole lot. Then I am just going to cook the chicken for 35 minutes on high pressure. And as per usual, there is my rag to keep the steam out of the camera lens because, well, maybe you guys just didn't want a facial today. Now, when I cook this type of meals for my kids and I, we really find that one bag of broccoli does not leave us feeling like we got enough broccoli. Yeah, maybe my kids are weird, but anywho. So, I am just chunking up this chicken. Texture-wise, I don't really want it to be shredded, but I don't want it to be full thighs either. So, just like break each one into 3 or 4 pieces, and that seems to be like what I like best. Do whatever you like. It really doesn't matter. And then I just dump in the broccoli. Now, this was also frozen, in case you haven't noticed a theme. Histamines don't really develop much in the freezer, so we use a lot of frozen stuff around here. Now, I don't really have enough liquid to get this broccoli taken care of, and I also forgot to put the honey in earlier. This is raw honey. I don't know if the dish itself is hot, so I would assume it really doesn't matter. As a side note, if anybody can tell me why honey that is sold as raw honey is always crystallized, kind of drives me nuts, because I grew up around bees and we processed the honey ourselves. We never heated it. I'm not sure what you would heat it for. So I'm just kind of curious as to why it's always sold as crystallized. It just seems a little bizarre to me, because unless our honey got cold, it didn't crystallize. Even sitting on the shelf for most of the year, shoot, I don't even really think it crystallized in the wintertime, as long as it was in the house. And our honey shelf, in case anybody stopped and wanted to buy any, was right next to the back door. Anyhow, enough of that rant. As you can see, the chicken is now pretty well shredded, which is not my ideal, but it is what it is. We'll eat it anyway. In fact, we did. This actually works out to probably be a fairly expensive meal, because we use a full bag of chicken, and I think we got basically 4 meals out of this. But anyway, life with teenagers. And this is just because of the water issue, and I do put this back on, like the lid back on, and hit steam for a few minutes. It did not ever actually make it up to pressure, but it came out okay. Super simple. See you guys Tuesday. Supper's ready.